Hello and welcome to another LLA VOD review. Today we're going to be looking at Furious Gaming versus Estral Esports. This was a very anticipated matchup, another one, because Furious Gaming has surprised many of us with their roster and their current standing, so we'll just see what happens. So Furious Gaming, they have Renekton, Nidalee, Azir, Kai'Sa and Poppy, into Volibear, Talia, Zoe, Lucian, and Rel. So definitely, there's some interesting pick coming from Furious Gaming, especially Poppy. So I was really looking forward to seeing how Poppy does into Rel. Will she be able to deny all of the Rel engages? So we'll just find out. And same with how's Furious Gaming going to play around the Nidalee Renekton lane. So it's going to be very interesting how their comp is going to snowball against Estral Esports. So let's just see how this game goes. There shouldn't be that much happening early game wise. Nidalee should be able to start bot side to top, whereas Talia, I think she should also start bot to top, but it really depends on Talia. She can do bot to top, then do respawn clear, then recall, then do bot to top to bot to secure the bot scuttle crab, because bot dragon, because and these guys are Estral Esports has pretty much three priority lanes. If they do one, so we'll see how they actually play this out. But it's really going to be interesting how the top lane matchup really goes. So both the bot lane starts bot, and the junglers full clear the top bot to top side. So interestingly enough, Talia did skip the wolf, so we'll see why he did that. But the only reason is he is going to change up his path to top to bot later on, after the initial push that's coming out of Renekton. So he is that's why he went for an early cover, and he is going for the top scuttle crab, which he does so, and now he's naturally pathing down to bot. So Nidalee gets the bot scuttle crab. Yes, it is whatever, and Talia managed once again full clears to Gromp, and this is the second respawn of the Gromp, so it'll be very important for Talia to take this, or whichever jungler takes it first. So a bit of a skirmish, and spears landing here and then. So interestingly enough, Furious Gaming has bot lane priority even with Lucian. So I'm not quite actually sure what actually happened at bot. Maybe the wave was bouncing. So the wave was definitely bouncing, but I still think they could have shoved this harder, and same with Zoe, and apply more pressure and deny Boogie the jungle route he wants, because I think Boogie is definitely one of the best player in LLA. I'll definitely give him the MVP candidate, the most valuable player in the league right now, because he's just playing out of his mind. Yep, so now Talia's pathing has changed from bot to bot, and Nidalee, she's also doing a full camp. I'm not sure if she's gonna full clear this, because if she does, she's not gonna be helping the Renekton time anytime soon. So yeah, Nidalee also decides to recall, and Nidalee actually has an item advantage through clearing woods, I guess. I don't know why she has that extra 3 CS advantage, or 1 actually. Yeah, it's definitely an award. So yeah, Nidalee just doing her pathing. So what actually happened, she actually changed her pathing. Instead of just going through bot, she's actually going to go to top and go for a top dive potentially. But I don't think this dive is ever going to happen. It's Volibear, and he can just wave clear, and Nidalee has shown top side, so Talia is naturally going to hit the dragon, or is she going to go for the red buff? Okay, she's going for the red buff, and I think I remember what actually happened here. I think Estral got too scared of clearing finishing this red, and this is actually quite crucial because like it just means like Talia is stealing one of the camp, and it denies Nidalee one camp. So like Talia can get ahead all throughout the game, and like she would have been like 53 CS, and Nidalee would be 45. So like this would have been absolutely huge for Mighty Bear. But yeah, I think Estral Esports bot lane, or the support, just got way too scared from the pressure coming out of like a Furious Gaming. But even then, like Zoe could have like moved her, like there was like no reason for him to play like that. And yeah, Arce is actually playing really well in this lane. And oh, he actually goes in and goes for like a potential kill. But yeah, so Boogie's here, and if Renekton lands his W, Volibear should die. But there was a really aggressive play from Arce, even though his jungler was bot side, and like Nidalee was like nowhere near to be seen. So yeah, so very nice play from Arce, like forcing Renekton's ultimate out. But like Renekton and Volibear, very similar champ, but Volibear opts into like more tank build than like a bruiser build. So yeah, once again, like Boogie's just controlling the jungle matchup. He is going for this this Rift Herald that he gets it for completely free. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, like the Kai'Sa got the move on first, so like we need to see like why this Lucian keeps doing this. Okay, like the Poppy delays the Lucian's recall. That's actually really good by Baola, and it actually delays the Lucian recall, because like what you want as Lucian is you want to be left alone in a 1v1 scenario. Then you actually have kill pressure as Lucian, and at level 6 he can culling onto the Kai'Sa, and she's forced to base, and then Lucian can get at least 2 turret plate. Then he can recall with the extra 320 gold. That's worth a kill amount of gold just through that culling. But since like Baola made that play, like he like tried to set up the freeze, and Lucian didn't get his base timing on time, then Kai'Sa got to move up first. So that's why Furious Gaming got to take this Herald for free. And it was a really nice play from Boogie to recognize that his bot lane had priority and Kai'Sa already based. So very nice play from Ari, and very nice play from Baola. And like I said, like I think Estral Esports definitely could have had 3 winning lane, but yeah, they ended up you know, like not using that priority in their lane. And here comes like a kill, Premier Sangre onto top lop. There was a very nice play by Furious Gaming, but it was a bit very foolish coming out of Estral Esports. And Leza actually goes in really deep and finds himself in a very awkward situation with yeah, and he actually tries to flash aggressively, but he's gonna get killed in that regard. So like Leza has been playing really well in lane, but like it kind of snowballed like the way what actually happened here. Like both the mid lane and jungler like they lost their flash, and like this really shouldn't have happened in that regard. And like Mighty Bear definitely misused his aggression, because like he should have just waited until like Zoe had priority, then they could have moved together and like wait for like Zoe bubble and Zoe Q to land. And it just, and also like it affects Arce lane, because like since his mid laner and jungler are dead, he needs to play defensively because the enemy jungler and mid laner is still up and available. And the funny thing is like Nidalee still hasn't based, and she's just power farming until she has her she has her item. And finally, Estral Esports takes the dragon at 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes into the game. Like they definitely could have taken dragon, but they opted into the red, which they didn't even take. So like that was actually so big for them not to stack up this dragon, because I'm not quite sure about the scaling side. Like Zoe definitely can Zoe can definitely like 1v9 this game, because there's no way there's not many tools that Furious Gaming can get onto to Zoe, except for like Kaiser's Killer Instinct and just snipe to Zoe. But even then, it's kind of hard for like to Kaiser to do that if Zoe is like even, and it's gonna be quite difficult for them to do so. There was a very nice like ult Volibear ult getting out of Renekton stun. So that was a very nice play from Ase, and I really wish like Estral Esports bot lane plays a lot more aggressive. And do they actually get the kill here? They actually do. So that was a very nice kill from them, and naturally this Poppy should die as well. Okay, that was a bit unlucky with minion timing, but I definitely think that Poppy should have died. I think if Leza queued this way instead of like doing it backwards, he just didn't. This Poppy was dead 100%. And they get to drop Herald mid and get some damage done, and that's like the play that you want for Lucian, and you really want this Lucian to get ahead, and you can start putting Lucian. You can even put Lucian on the side and start pressuring with him, and like. Paula really, like, I'm not sure what actually happened in laning phase, but we'll just see what happens in mid game. But if Paula starts getting behind, it's going to be difficult for him to mark this Rel, and that Rel is definitely like a top tier pick for me at the moment, because she's just so tanky, and her initiate is like, it almost reminds me of like old Rakan. Like there's like almost no counterplay coming from like Rel's engage, and even professional, like it's so hard for them to react on it, because like how fast the Rel ultimate is. And like I keep saying, like Les is doing well in lane, but it's just the initial 2 kills from Furious Gaming that's really sealing the game of this game, and it's Boogie's just on top of this game, and he's just taking over this game. So we'll just see, like Estral Esports really needs to wait for like a team fight, but they really need to rely on their they really need to rely on their laners to win this game. And I actually didn't know you could scroll down his YouTube, so interesting. But yeah, and like 5 tower plates for Furious Gaming, and this is the thing that I'm talking about. Lucian calling, and Kaiser is already solo. They're in a 1v1 scenario, and Lucian should be able to do this earlier, and he should be able to get a lot more tower plate. But it's just very unfortunate. That was a very nice kill from Mighty Bear. Does he die? Okay, he doesn't. So there was very greedy flash coming from Airy, and yeah, very nice play from Mighty Bear. But Nilly does end up taking the second Herald, and this, like, usually second Herald isn't that important, but like all 3 towers up, and they already used the Herald mid, so putting down Herald and taking the Herald is it's very if they do take the mid tower, it's gonna make Kaiser's life a lot more easier, and it's gonna make Lucian's lane priority a bit more difficult. And this next dragon will really solidify who's going to be ahead in this game. So we'll just fast forward a bit, and they'll put the Herald down, they get mid tower, they put Azir tower down. So this dragon is definitely going to go for Furious Gaming, which means it's going to buy them more time, and it's going to deny one of the win condition coming from Estral Esports. And like I said, like Estral Esports, I think they had 3 winning lanes. They should have taken all 3 all these dragons, and they could have potentially taken the Rift Herald as well. So like the base timing, the pressure, like jungle pressure was all wrong, and giving like 2 kills onto like Boogie and Toplop, that was like the starting point of Furious Gaming's comeback pretty much, because Toplop has been playing this year quite well, and he's been like poking down this Zoe as well, because he has accelerated in terms of like gold. Yep, and Leza, he needs to flash out. I don't really think he needed to flash that out, to be honest. I think he could have just heal and just walked out. But yeah, it is what it is. And like nothing's gonna happen here. Like both the top laners, or top laners at bottom, they're just gonna push and go meet up with their respective sides. But realistically, like nothing is going to happen. Like you can already see like a bit of a jungle difference in terms of like items and like level as well. So it's definitely gonna be impactful this game, because how like Nilly isn't like super accelerated, but it's more of a fact like this Tilia is behind, and it's gonna be difficult for Tilia to do anything in this game unless she gets like a perfect setup from the Volibear and the Rel, but it just relies too much onto them, and it's gonna be a bit difficult for them to like get well, it's gonna be difficult for this Tilia to do their damage unless like Furious Gaming like charges forward with Nidalee Cougar form and stuff. Yep, so next dragon, once again, is going to be important. What actually happened here? So, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I think that spear landed. That would have actually been like almost a kill, because he has this item that I keep forgetting about. It just does damage, but yeah. But the funny thing is, like, the blue team's ahead, so like, interesting way the game is going. Like I said, like the Lucian is really ahead, and yeah, I really like. I didn't mind the Lucian pick. It's just like they need to apply a lot more pressure, and they need to go for like these kind of early game, and they need to stack up these dragons nicely. Okay, okay, you don't have flash. Okay, that was really good. And yeah, and really nice comeback from Estral Esports. Like the team fighting is a lot better, and like I said, like I've been watching what this Poppy can do in the mid game against this Rel, but this Rel engage is just too OP. Like going back, very nice play from Leza, and the Rel engage was just fantastic, and they're awarded with the second dragon stack, which is their dragon. But then again, like I would have loved to see like Estral Esports, if they didn't make any mistake, they would have been on the third dragon, and like they would have been on like Dragon Soul Point. That's so good job on Furious Gaming to like get 2 kills and taking this dragon. And yeah, they just did a really good job of it. And here comes like an engage, and the Volibear just needs to run, but it's whatever, nothing happens. So let's just see how the game actually plays out. Like I said, like not much should happen this game. Like I'm not actually sure like what these teams can do in terms of like objective wise, like, but the game should go for a very long time. Like, but this Nidalee is very accelerated. This Tilia is slowly getting behind in terms of like farm. So yeah, maybe that might be the difference. And Boogie almost died, and Arce went a bit too far, and here comes the Renekton stun, and Kai'Sa goes for like a kill, and I guess this is the comeback that Furious Gaming plays out. So we just need to see like what actually happens here. Like there's a standoff, and Zoe bubble. Yep, and Arce goes for one more, and yeah, that was like the big pivot point. Like Arce making a bit of a too aggressive play and just dying from there. Because like after that, like their team like lost the pivot of the fighting point, and it was very difficult for them to like do anything, and they get Baron, and it's going to be very difficult for Estral Esports to block these, because like this is like the kind of scenario that Estral Esports wanted, but like the fact that they lost Baron, they can't push out sides and group up mid, and they have like empowered minion they have to deal with. So yeah, so like even this dragon fight, there's a bit of a goal difference now, so it's difficult for them to do like go for any sort of fight. And here comes the rail engage. Like, this is a really good engage coming from rail, but there's just not much follow up, and Bowler actually lives in. So what, like in conclusion, like what can we take away from this game? Like the Poppy pick was not good, okay? And like Estral Esports, like I keep saying, like they had 3 winning lanes, they had 3 priors. They could have stacked up the dragon nicely for the win. It's just a mistake at middle really solidified the. It gave one of the win condition coming out of Furious Gaming, and they did well to capitalize on that. And yeah, Boogie just played really well and like applying pressure onto like enemy jungle, but I don't think he could have like kept up that sort of pressure if Estral Esports played it well, and if Estral Esports did play some sort of like, if they had better recall timing at bottom, and if they just played a bit better, I think they could have taken every single objective in the game, even the first 2 dragons and both the heralds, and they could have snowballed. And like I showed you, if Lucian just do the culling and start destroying this Kai'Sa in a 1v1 scenario, then like Estral Esports would naturally get ahead, and the rail engage will always find someone with Talia combo, and that should like delete anyone on this side of the map. So Estral Furious Gaming has a lot of control in the game, and it's going to be very difficult for Estral Esports to actually come back, because like even the Zoe opted into like bit of a weird build path, and she's not going to do that much damage, and I'm not quite sure why they have 2 Oblivion Orb. Like they definitely don't need that. And like Talia, this is a nice Talia wall, and that was a good Poppy W blocking rails engage. So good job, Bowler. Like you showed us why you picked Poppy into rail. So like maybe if he can do consistently, but then again, like rail engage sort of reminds me of like old Rakan. So like I think you can like block these, but you can't block every single one. And if there's one good rail ult goes off, it's just game over. Yep, taking dragon. Oh, what happened here? So I played a bit too aggressively. That was a very nice mechanic coming from Boogie. Oh, okay, that didn't really hit him. Oh, these guys are stuck. So he dies. Yeah, Kai'Sa's just really good, and that was a very nice Azir ult, and that's the game pretty much. So yeah, what can we take away from this game? Boogie played well, but I don't necessarily think like he really took over the game when he got like that kill and assist. But it's more so like, if you want to beat Furious Gaming, you really need to watch out for like Boogie. And like I don't think like junglers get restricted if they have like losing lane. Like it's not like Boogie got a kill onto this volley bear. Like there were chances, but I think Estral Esports did well to prevent getting ganked from Boogie, but it's just some individual mistake coming from Mighty Bear and Leza. And like the wave control was and overall, like I think Estral Esports wave control was a lot worse than Furious Gaming, which meant Furious Gaming had tempo to do something on the map, and they did really well to utilize their tempo on the map, and they were rewarded with 2 kills. They were rewarded with like Herald topside, which they got gold to both Azir and Nidalee, and they got even more head, and that way they had some sort of winning lane scenario in this game, and they went for like a nice team fight. But I think Estral Esports made a bit too much error on their side, and they were just and once they did lose that team fight, and once they did lose their Baron, their capability of like grouping and Zoe poke really diminished, and there was not much that Estral Esports could have done. So thanks for watching for the VOD review, guys. Much appreciated for the recent support. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.